Tokyo Manji Revengers, more commonly called Tokyo Revengers. You might have heard this title floating around nowadays. Everyone's been talking about it. It might be possible that you have been watching this anime and hopefully been enjoying it, though I would understand if it weren't your cup of tea. But when it comes to me, I enjoyed Tokyo Manji Revengers. A lot, I think. It's been a while since I watched like 12 episodes of an anime in one sitting. I know it might be rookie numbers for some, but personally for me, it's been a long time since that has happened, where an anime was so good that I had to just watch the next episode. And the next one, and the next one. And you know how the story goes. I started watching Tokyo Manji Revengers recently where it was still ongoing at episode 19. So I had enough binge-worthy material and was totally hooked to it. And I thought of making a video just because I liked it so much. So here's me talking about Tokyo Manji Revengers and why I think it's so good. So before I start the video, if you enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like as it helps me get this video to reach out to more people. And if you like what you're seeing, do subscribe. I try to post at least one video every week, so hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any videos. With that out of the way, let's begin the video. So Tokyo Manji Revengers is a story about Takemichi Hanagaki, who seems to be at an all-time low in his life. He has no friends, works at a DVD shop where his manager is younger than him, has a very dirty room, is lazy, irresponsible, and a coward. You know, like most anime protagonists. One day he finds out in the news that his middle school girlfriend Hinata Tachibana has been murdered in an accident set up by Tokyo Manji gang. He feels bad knowing that he couldn't do much to save her or be there for her had he not abandoned his friends from middle school. And while he is occupied by his thoughts by the railway line, someone pushes him right when the train is about to arrive at the station. And Takemichi finds himself in the last moments of his life. He is filled with regret and all he can think of in his last moments is about Tachibana Hinata. Before he knows it, he is transferred back in time to when he was still in middle school. He later learns that it was because of his contact with Tachibana's brother, Naoto, that he is able to leap forward and backward in time. It's not explained as to why it's just these two guys and how the whole time leap thing works, but slowly they reveal it as the story goes on. Naoto and Takemichi decide that they have to save Tachibana from dying at the hands of the Tokyo Manji gang by infiltrating it back in the past and trying to control things so that it doesn't lead to the future where Tachibana ends up dying. A pretty ambitious plan considering they are dealing with time travel, and not to forget a middle school version of Takemichi who hasn't even established himself as a delinquent back in the day. Each time Takemichi does a time leap, he is accompanied by a mission that Naoto gives. Naoto in the present timeline is a police officer that has been having a close look at the Tokyo Manji gang. He knows that they are behind his sister's death. Takemichi was the one who nudged Naoto in the direction of pursuing his dreams of becoming a police officer in the past, which ended up creating this time loop. We don't get to know the exact details of why it's just Naoto and Takemichi, but I'm expecting it to be revealed in the future. Anyway, that's how the story goes. Every time Naoto and Takemichi have a contact via handshake, the time leap happens and Takemichi goes in the past having the same date with just the change in the years. And each time he goes with a mission, and if he manages to successfully change it, the present changes. But you know how it is with the time travels. You fix one problem and another arises. That's what happens in the anime as well. Like, we know once the problem is resolved, there's something bigger waiting at the next doorstep. You know the outcome in the future and you watch the events unfold in front of Takemichi in the past. I think that's what makes this anime so satisfying to watch, and I think it makes it very entertaining as well. It might be one of the reasons people dislike this anime, because they know there's gonna be some mess up in the past that leads to a different future, and the story continues again, making it kinda repetitive in that sense, which I totally understand, and that's okay. I personally like Tokyo Manji Revengers because it's like a nice blend of Re:Zero and Erased. The two anime I really like. Erased might be an unpopular opinion, but I used to watch it back when it was airing weekly, and it was pretty entertaining to me. So, what makes Tokyo Manji Revengers entertaining to me? Well, for starters, I really like the setting of these delinquent gangs. I don't think I have explored this genre more with just a few glimpses of it here and there in Slam Dunk. That's all I can think of right now. The fish fights, the drama and the tension surrounding the gangs and gang members is something I didn't think would be that entertaining. And Tokyo Manji Revengers is basically that, if you remove the time travel element. It's a story about this kid named Takemichi Hanagaki making his way up in this gang that goes on to be one of the biggest crime organizations in Japan. And seeing him struggle and overcome each and every obstacle while being true to himself is very rewarding to watch as a viewer, I feel. And if you aren't interested in that part, then you have all these cool side characters like Draken, who is such a cool dude. Reminds me of Zoro. He's got that badass physique and personality. He's chill and funny when he's having fun and equally serious in other moments. I really like his character. He's like one of the main pillars of Toman, which is short for Tokyo Manji Gang. You get used to it as the anime goes on. Then you have Sano Manjiro, the founding member and the head of Toman, who seems to be a carefree teenager on the surface, but when it comes to Toman, you see his aura change drastically. He turns into a totally different person. His charisma is one of the reasons that he is the head of Toman. His combat ability is no joke even. His high speed kicks can knock out anyone if taken head on. There's hardly a few characters in the story that stand after getting hit by one of his kicks. Apart from these two, we have other characters who are mostly captains and vice captains of each division in Toman. We have characters like Mitsuya, Baji, Chifuyu, Nahoya, etc. Each character gets enough screen time and has a fair share of plot relevance. Though some characters might disappear from the story after a particular arc, you get enough time with those characters so as to not feel missed out. Leaving the characters aside for a moment, have you heard its opening? It's such a banger right from the first listen. I haven't skipped it once while watching the anime, and in fact a few times I rewatched the opening in the beginning. It was that good. I'm yet to encounter anyone who has skipped this opening. It feels like a nice blend of 2-3 different songs and they mix in very well. I especially love openings that sound different midway or have a really different chorus section. And have I talked about the visuals of this opening? It matches the opening so well, from the title sequence that has a slow rap-like progression which has a slow animation of the building, to this shot of Mikey midway following the slow pace of the song, and eventually to these flashes of various segments of the story in the chorus section. And if that wasn't enough, the lyrics of this song just suit the anime so well. Each and every line perfectly captures the atmosphere surrounding Tokyo Manji Revengeance. I highly recommend you check the opening out. I obviously can't show the whole opening here because of copyright. I haven't given the ending of this anime a good listen, so I can't comment upon it. Since the opening was so good, I rarely listened to the ending song. But one thing I can say for sure is that the OST of this anime is really well made. All those important scenes are made more impactful with the background OST, and the timing is perfect. Though it might not be on the levels of say Hiroyuki Sawano, but it does the job and quite perfectly. I feel like this is one underrated aspect of Tokyo Manji Revengeance anime. Coming to the animation and art style, this is one certain area which the anime lacks a bit sometimes. Let's start with the art style. As you can see, it's not very well defined. You have like 26-year-olds looking like teenagers, so it takes a bit of time to getting used to that. And in some scenes, the animation quality really drops. Like in some fight scenes, it becomes very evident. Anyway, it's not a big deal for me because I like the story, and I believe if the ongoing drama and plot is gripping, it doesn't matter if the animation is off a few times. But I will warn you to not expect anything out of this world animation like Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan. This anime is more aimed towards the character interaction and drama, so animation shouldn't be the primary thing for this anime in my opinion. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed Tokyo Manji Revengeance. As I said before, it's been a while since I watched 12 episodes of an anime continuously, so I really appreciate Tokyo Manji Revengeance making me do that. It's very captivating and damn entertaining. As I discussed each aspect of the anime earlier, you can make a call whether it's for you or not. I'd suggest you give the first few episodes a try, and once the plot kicks in, it will become unstoppable. This concludes my video on Tokyo Manji Revengeance, and I hope you will give it a try if you haven't already. If you have reached this point of the video, thank you, I really appreciate it. Let me know if you would like to watch more Tokyo Manji Revengeance content from me. I have a few videos planned for it, which I will be uploading in the coming days, so look out for that. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. That helps me get the videos to reach to more people. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.